Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Certainly. A graphical error typically refers to issues related to rendering graphics in a program or application. This can happen in various contexts, including game development, data visualization, or any application that uses a graphical user interface, GUI. Common causes of graphical errors. 1. Incorrect rendering. Objects may not be drawn correctly due to issues in the rendering pipeline. This can include problems with shaders, textures, or the graphics API being used, like opengl or directx. 2. Z-fighting. This occurs when two or more surfaces occupy the same space and the renderer cannot determine which one to draw in front. This often leads to flickering or visual artifacts. 3. Memory leaks. Failing to release graphical resources can lead to performance degradation and eventually crashes. 4. Driver issues. Sometimes graphical errors arise from outdated or incompatible graphics drivers. 5. Incorrect coordinate systems. Misunderstanding how coordinate systems work, example world space versus screen space, can lead to objects being rendered off-screen or in unexpected locations. 6. Shader errors. Errors in shader code can lead to unexpected visual results, such as missing textures or incorrect colors. Example, basic graphical error in a 2D game using Pygamy. Let's create a simple Pygamy example that demonstrates a common graphical error, not properly clearing the screen before rendering a new frame. This can lead to artifacts from previous frames being displayed. Step 1. Install Pygamy. If you haven't already, you need to install Pygamy. You can do this via pip bash pip install Pygamy. Step 2. Create a simple Pygamy script with a graphical error. Here's an example code that demonstrates a graphical error. Python. Import Pygamy. Import random. Initialize Pygamy. Pygamy.init. Setup display. Width, height equals 800, 600. Screen equals pygamy.display.set_mode, width, height. Pygamy.display.set_caption, graphical error example. Colors. Black equals 0, 0, 0. White equals 255, 255, 255. Red equals 255, 0, 0. Game loop flag. Running equals true. Main game loop. While running. For event in pygamy.event.get. If event.type equals pygamy.quit. Running equals false. Simulate graphical error by not clearing the screen. Screen.fill, black, uncomment this line to fix the error. Draw random circles. For underscore in range, 10. X equals random.randint, 0, width. Y equals random.randint, 0, height. Pygamy.draw.circle, screen, red, X, Y, 20. Update the display. Pygamy.display.flip. Quit Pygamy. Pygamy.quit. Explanation of the code. 1. Initialization. The code initializes Pygamy and sets up a display window. 2. Game loop. The main loop handles events and draws circles on the screen. 3. Graphical error. The line screen.fill, black, is commented out. This means that the previous frames are not cleared, leading to a buildup of circles every frame, creating a messy visual effect. Fixing the graphical error. To fix the graphical error, simply uncomment the line that clears the screen. Python. Screen.fill, black, this line should be uncommented to clear the screen each frame. Conclusion. Graphical errors can arise from various causes, and understanding how to identify and fix them is crucial for developing visually appealing applications. In this tutorial, we demonstrated a simple graphical error in a Pygamy application and showed how to resolve it by properly managing the rendering process. If you encounter graphical errors in your projects, consider checking rendering order, clearing the screen, validating shader code, and ensuring that your graphics drivers are up to date. Certainly. A graphical error often refers to issues that occur in the rendering of graphics on a screen, which can be due to various reasons like incorrect rendering logic, resource mismanagement, or hardware limitations. In this tutorial, we will explore a common graphical error texture loading issues using a simple example with a popular graphics library, Pygamy. Tutorial: Handling graphical errors in Pygamy. Prerequisites: Python installed on your machine. Pygamy library installed. You can install it via pip if you haven't already. Bash. Pip install Pygamy. Understanding texture loading issue. One common graphical error occurs when textures, images, are not loaded correctly. This can cause the program to display a blank screen or throw an error. Here are a few common reasons for texture loading issues. Incorrect file path. Unsupported file format. Missing file. Step 1. Setting up Pygamy. First, we will create a basic Pygamy window and attempt to load an image. If the image fails to load, we will handle the error gracefully. Python. Import Pygamy. Import sys. Initialize Pygamy. Pygamy.init. Set up the display. Screen_width equals 800. Screen_height equals 600. Screen equals pygamy.display.set_mode, screen_width, screen_height. Pygamy.display.set_caption, graphical error handling example. Define colors. White equals 255, 255, 255. Defload_image, path. Try. Image equals pygamy.image.load, path. Return image. Accept pygamy.error as E. Print, F error loading image, E. Return none if the image fails to load. Attempt to load an image. Image_path equals path/to/your/image.png. Change this to the correct path. Image equals load_image, image_path. Main loop. While true. For event in pygamy.event.get. If event.type equals pygamy.quit. Pygamy.quit. sys.exit. Clear the screen. Screen.fill, white. Draw the image if it was loaded successfully. If image. Screen.blit, image, 100, 100, blit image at position, 100, 100. Else. Display a message if the image failed to load. Font equals pygamy.font.font, none, 36. Text equals font.render, image failed to load, true, 255, 0, 0. Screen.blit, text, 100, 100. Update the display. Pygamy.display.flip. Step 2, explanation of the code. 1. Initialization. We start by initializing Pygamy and setting up the display window. 2. Loading the image. The load_image function tries to load an image file. If the file cannot be loaded, due to an error, it catches the exception and prints an error message. 3. Main loop. We enter the main loop where we handle events and draw on the screen. If the image is loaded, it is blitted onto the screen. If it fails, a message indicating the failure is displayed instead. For error handling, the program gracefully handles the scenario where the image fails to load, preventing crashes and informing the user of the issue. Step 3, Common debugging steps. If you encounter graphical errors, here are some debugging steps you can take. 1. Check file paths, ensure that the file path is correct. Use absolute paths if necessary. 2. Supported formats, make sure the image format is supported by Pygamy, example.png, .jpg. 3. File existence, confirm that the file exists in the specified location. 4. Permissions, check if the file permissions allow it to be read. Conclusion. Graphical errors can be frustrating, but with proper error handling and debugging techniques, you can identify and resolve them efficiently. In this tutorial, we demonstrated how to handle texture loading errors in Pygamy, which is a common issue in graphical applications. Always ensure you provide feedback to the user when something goes wrong to enhance the user experience. Feel free to modify the code and experiment with different image files to see how the error handling works.